Day 20 Word of God, Mark chapter 6 verse 50. For they all saw him, and were troubled. And immediately he talked with them, and saith unto them, Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. Mark chapter 6 verse 50 is part of the account where Jesus walks on water. After the miracle of feeding the 5,000, Jesus sends his disciples ahead of him by boat while he goes up on a mountain to pray. During the night, as the disciples struggle against the wind and waves in the middle of the Sea of Galilee, they see Jesus walking on the water towards them. Their initial reaction is one of fear, as they believe they are seeing a ghost. Jesus, aware of their fear, immediately speaks to them to calm their fears. For they all saw him, and were troubled, describes the disciples' reaction to seeing Jesus walking on the water. The sight of someone walking on water was beyond their comprehension, leading them to fear and confusion. This reaction is natural, as they had never seen anything like it before and did not immediately recognize that it was Jesus. And immediately he talked with them, shows Jesus' immediate response to their fear. He does not let them remain in their state of panic but quickly reassures them by speaking directly to them. This action reflects Jesus' awareness of their needs and his readiness to provide comfort. And saith unto them, Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. Jesus reassures his disciples with these words. Be of good cheer is an encouragement to take heart and be courageous. It is I is a powerful statement of identity. Jesus reveals himself, affirming his presence with them. Be not afraid is a command that often accompanies divine encounters in the Bible, where God's presence is meant to dispel fear. When God called Moses from the burning bush, Moses was initially afraid, but God reassured him, saying, I will be with you. Exodus chapter 3 verse 12. This assurance of God's presence calmed Moses' fears, just as Jesus' words calmed the disciples. In Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, God tells Joshua, Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. This echoes the assurance Jesus gives to his disciples. In Mark chapter 5 verse 36, when Jairus hears that his daughter has died, Jesus immediately tells him, Don't be afraid. Just believe. This parallels the comfort Jesus offers to his disciples on the water. When the angels appeared to the shepherds announcing Jesus' birth, they began with, Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Luke chapter 2 verse 10. This reflects the same pattern of divine reassurance. For believers today, Mark chapter 6 verse 50 is a reminder of Jesus' constant presence and his power to calm our fears. It encourages us to trust in Jesus, especially in situations that seem overwhelming or beyond our control. This verse challenges us to recognize Jesus' presence in our lives, even in the midst of the storms we face, and to take courage from his words, It is I. Be not afraid. It invites us to respond to fear with faith, knowing that Jesus is with us and that his presence brings peace. Ultimately, this verse calls us to deepen our trust in Jesus, allowing his words and his presence to guide us through life's challenges with confidence and courage. God bless you and give you grace after grace.